Hi everyone, my name is Kaia and I'm the author of the Sophia Code for those of you who are new to my channel. I have decided for those of you who are new to the Sophia Code, we have 8 main Keycode mentors who are ascended masters, and in chapter 8 of the Sophia Code, we receive revelations and an initiation with green TARE. And this is green TARE. This is my tanka of green TARE that I would like to share with you for the next 21 days. In Tibetan Buddhism, there are 21 emanations of TARE. We, in the Sophia Code, work with those 21 emanations of TARE as 21 aspects of the divinity that exists within us. So there's a lot to go into about the technology, the Ascension technology of the Sophia Code, which you can learn so much more about on my website and in our mystery school at kaiara.com, K-A-I-A-R-A.com. But for the purposes of what I'm presenting here, for the next 21 days, I'm calling it the 21 Days of Green TARE. So we've been receiving a lot of email correspondence about the 20th aspect of TARE that you find in her initiation of the Sophia Code. And that is on page 159 of the Sophia Code. The 20th aspect of green TARE is, I am the one whose radiance removes viral epidemics. And we've been talking a lot about that on my platform, how our sovereign divinity is actually invincible to both physical and spiritual and mental viral epidemics of fear-based agendas. And so if you weren't able to join us for the Embody Your Sovereignty Equinox ceremony that I offered just last week, you're welcome to learn more about that whole conversation that we had last week on my website. Excuse me. The video replay is available. But for now, for this journey over the next 21 days, what I'd like to do is walk through each of these 21 aspects of green TARE with you, because each of these aspects of green TARE, which we call the Keycode 3 transmission in the Sophia Code, exists within a divine genome within every cell of your body. And as we journey towards activating this 20th aspect of green TARE within you, your own divinity, which is so radiant that it actually removes viral epidemics. Like, that's what we're working towards as a collective. We're going to walk to that 20th aspect together step by step over the next 21 days. And so I'm going to turn to where this second, excuse me, I am burning this Tibetan incense for all of us, and it's a little intense on my throat. Tibetan incense is actually considered a form of medicine in their cosmology and in their tradition, and you actually have to study years for how to make certain blends of ritual-based incense. And so I'm actually burning this ritual incense for our collective and for the world right now here at my green TARE altar. So if you hear me clear my voice, that's why. It's a little thick. And it's my great pleasure to do that and to make that offering. So each day we'll be focusing on an aspect of green TARE, which is the same thing as to say an aspect of your own sovereign divinity that exists within you that you can activate and embody for making a very significant difference in this world. The green TARE initiation is the green TARE initiation is one of the longest Keycode initiations in the Sophia Code. And it's actually split into 2 parts. So where we start on page 152, if you have your copy of the Sophia Code, you can read along with me. Where we begin on page 152 is halfway through the Keycode 3 green TARE initiation. The first half is a dissertation on her mantra, Om Tare Tutare Tori SOHA. And it's written as literally as a sound healing empowerment, so that as you're reading this initiation out loud, the power of your voice is both activating your divine genome, it's bringing quantum healing directly from your own higher self to your own physical body, and it's also initiating you into these mystery school teachings, and you are claiming the truth of these divine teachers for your own heart, body, heart, and mind. So that's why this initiation is written in the first person. Every single initiation in the Sophia Code is written in that way so that you can read it out loud at your altar or in a sacred space, and so that you can begin to activate this divine genome within you, which has the capacity to begin to operate your human awareness through the perspective and the overlighting presence of your own higher self. So the second half, excuse me, so intense, that incense. The second half of this initiation is starts on page 152, and that's where we go on this journey to activate these aspects of Keycode 3 within us. So we begin with this statement: I accept that I hold the golden keys to my heaven on earth. I accept that I create my reality by the power of my word. My word is good. My heart is pure. By the loving power of my pure word, I now activate the 21 aspects of Green Tara's Keycode 3 transmission within me. TARE, TUTTARE, TURE, SOHA. So here's the first aspect. I now recognize and activate the first aspect of Keycode 3 within me. I am the swift one of heroic glory. I am the waves of self-realization that swiftly arise from my innocent nature. I am the heroic guide to the salvation of my innocence. My eyes flash with the lightning of wise counsel. I rejoice in the glory of Sophia's light as the covenant of heaven on earth within me, for the liberation of all beings. TARE, TUTTARE, TURE, SOHA. Now, to understand this first aspect of Keycode 3 within you, there's a whole section in Green Tara's chapter of the Sophia Code that goes into the truth of your divine nature, which is completely innocent. And from that state of innocence, no matter what has happened to you, no matter what you have done, this is a quality of your divinity that is immutable and unchangeable. From your innocence, genius creativity arises. From your innocence, wonder and curiosity about how we can birth new solutions, new paradigm solutions for our world. That's the space and place within you that you can operate from. And so when we're activating the first aspect, I am the swift one of heroic glory, what Green Tara is mentoring us in is how to trust that our own enlightenment journey is going to be arising from this innocent nature within us. In other words, there's a master teacher, there's a master guide that is going to be guiding you, not just through this CV crisis outbreak, but can guide you in how to operate your life from the perspective of your divinity, from the perspective of your innocent nature, which only wants the very best for you in this lifetime, which only wants to guide you to the greatest health, the greatest prosperity, and the greatest sanity for you to be drawing and magnetizing into your life from that innocent space within you that really knows what's best for you beyond the ego structure. And then it says that there's your higher self is the heroic guide to the salvation of your own innocence. So what this is claiming is that your own innocence, your own invincible innocence, which cannot be broken or bought or manipulated or enslaved to any dark agenda, is actually the heroic guide for your human awareness to accept that your own salvation lies in how you're going to co-create life with your direct relationship with the source and your own higher self. This initiation is placing both the responsibility and the great divine inheritance that is already yours back in your own lap, back in your own hands. There's no deity or ascended master over you or intervening on your behalf between you and God. This activation, this is a new canon for how to reconcile with the Buddhist teachings in a way that brings everything inside of you. And so when we continue to go inside with this heroic guide of your higher self that is acting as the swift one, Green Tara is known as swift in her ability as a mentor and as a guiding light for those who are devoted to her. She acts swiftly on their behalf. And in the Sophia Code, we are mentoring with her to understand that we can call upon our own divinity to act swiftly on our behalf. And the second part of the Keycode 1, of the first aspect of Keycode 3 activation, I rejoice in the glory of Sophia's light as a covenant of heaven on earth within me. My eyes flash with the lightning of wise counsel. So what is this saying? The light within you, the light of your own divinity, brings wise counsel into this world. Many of us are not taught that from the beginning of our life that we are actually born naturally wise. In fact, our society programs us to believe that our feelings and our intuition should be ignored and stifled and repressed. But in Green Tara's Keycode 3 initiation, when we are activating the first aspect of Keycode 3 within us, we are being affirmed by Green Tara and by the Order of Dakinis that your eyes are already flashing with the lightning of wise counsel. How many times have you known in your heart something is true, but then the world tries to tell you that it's a lie? There are so many dark agendas at play here with this current CV outbreak. I'm not going to go into those because we're here to focus on the truth of our sovereign divine light and the ability to resource that sovereign divine light for solutions that we really need at this time, but to ignore that there is a viral epidemic happening both physically and emotionally and mentally and spiritually. That's really, really, really important for us to come to terms with, to understand the gravity and importance of us claiming our sovereign divinity with the Sophia Code, walking through these initiations, such as this Keycode 3 initiation with Green Tara, so that we can activate the divine genome within us and begin operating from the truth of the wise counsel that already exists within you and I. My eyes flash with the lightning of wise counsel. All of your friends and your family and your community and your clients, everywhere you go, it's time for your eyes to flash with the lightning of wise counsel. Does that mean you have to tell everybody their business and what they should be thinking or feeling? No. But when we all know when someone is embodying their wisdom, we know what it feels like. We know what it looks like to look into their eyes and take peace. That there's a truth they are embodying, and if you ask them about that truth, the lightning would pour out. Maybe in a very gentle way, but it would be lightning nevertheless that cuts through the illusion, cuts through all of the lies that are being perpetrated out there right now. Now, when I say that, I want everyone in this broadcast to understand, I do not think the virus is a lie. The virus is very, very real, and everyone should take very good care of their body, hearts, and minds and each other at this time. What is a lie at this time is why the virus is here and how that virus is actually engineered as a bioweapon. That's the lie that's being covered up right now. Again, the solution is, what are we going to do about it? If these dark agendas are going so well, my question to each of us is, how powerfully can we embody our sovereign divinity right now? How powerfully can you and I step into the truth of who we really are and radiate a light that is so bright it burns back this dark agenda on every level? How can our radiance shift this world? Well, I'll tell you what, we had a Heaven on Earth, I lead the Heaven on Earth Prayer Collective, and you can watch the replay from this Sunday night's broadcast for free. It's right on my YouTube channel. I invite you to experience what happens when hundreds of light workers around the world gather together in prayer, knowing that they are sovereign and that they are holy and that they are divine. Listen to what happens. Participate in that replay. Enjoy the resonance of what we can do as a collective. So I think this final piece that I want to speak to about the first aspect of Keycode 3 within you, within all of us, is this: I rejoice in the glory of Sophia's light as a covenant of heaven on earth within me for the liberation of all beings. So this divine light that you are, in chapter 1 of the Sophia Code, Sophia introduces herself as the one divine mother creatrix of all light and life. And what she's saying is, I made you in the image and likeness of who I am. Sophia is the great nothing, the great black womb from which all of the light in this world is born. And not just in this world, all worlds, all planets, all universes, all galaxies. Light is the foundation of all form. And light is your divine inheritance. Everything about your soul is made up of light. And that light is what magnetizes your human experience into this reality. And again, there's so much that we share in great detail and depth about that in the Sophia Code Mystery School. But for the purposes of this brief YouTube live experience, the divinity of your light, there was a covenant that was created when you were made in the image and likeness of Sophia God. And that covenant was that you would always be sovereign and that you would always be divine, no matter what world form that you incarnated into, especially Earth in the middle of a viral pandemic. The divine love, the sovereignty, the holiness that you are, no matter what traumas you survived, no matter what you're surviving right now, no matter what's unfolding in your life or in our world, you are holy, you are sovereign, and you are divine. That is the covenant that God has made with us. And that's never going to change, no matter what religion says, no matter what any spiritual lineage says. You are that and nothing less than that. And we can take refuge in that. But even more than us taking refuge in it, the next step after we discover the good news of what the Sophia Code is offering us, and we practice embodying the truth of that, we discover that the whole world needs to take refuge in our embodiment of this truth. So what we call that becoming a way shower of our divinity, a way shower of these aspects that green Tara represents. She acts as a mentor for us, not as a deity that we worship, as an ascended master mentor that knows what it takes to embody our divinity in these very trying and very challenging and very dark times. These are the times that make saints. These are the times where the darkness is so dark that our light has no choice but to shine really, really bright. This is the time that diamonds are made. And funny enough, in Tibetan Buddhism, the diamond is used as a symbol of very sharp, clear teachings that cut right through all of our illusions and all of the darkness that we may be attached to, the suffering we may be attached to, preventing us from really claiming our state of enlightenment, which is a state of consciousness that already exists within you. It's not something you have to earn. So this final sentence about the first aspect of Keycode 3 within you, I rejoice in the glory of Sophia's light as the covenant of heaven and earth within me for the liberation of all beings. We talk a lot about that term, heaven and earth, in the Sophia Code movement, in our mystery school, and in our container. The term heaven on earth that we teach about through the Sophia Code is that you are heaven on earth. You are literally divinity, sovereign divinity having a human experience. You are God on the front lines of humanity's evolution right here and right now. Everything that is inside of you, even amidst whatever you're growing through, healing, your true nature is divine. That means by default, you are actually heaven having a human experience, and you volunteered to do that. And the more that you choose to embody the truth of heaven within you, the more that you choose to embody the truth of your divinity in your daily life through the processes that we go through in the Sophia Code, through the 8 initiations, perhaps you'll step into our mystery school and go deeper in how to embody your higher self. Either way, it starts here with the initiations. When you begin that journey, you peel back the layers of that are on your eyes. You peel back blockages from your ears so that you could have, as Jesus taught, eyes to see and ears to hear the good news of who you really are in human form. When you live from that perspective long enough, what you discover is that you can radiate, you can become, as Green Tara is called, the radiant one, an embodied way shower, so that others will have a mirror of what it actually means to embody these aspects of God and live them every day. to affect great change here for your loved ones, for your community, for your clients, for your coworkers, for all of humanity. It's an interesting, the Tibetan Buddhist practice is a very, very powerful lineage for understanding these times that we are living in. It is a lineage very rich with a tradition of transmuting dark demonic influences. This is why it's a lineage included in the Sophia Code. We teach about that lineage from TARE's transmission through the source directly from Sophia God. It's not coming from we're not teaching Tibetan Buddhism here. We're teaching from Tara's original teachings that came to this planet before Tibetan Buddhism was even established. We are speaking about her divine teachings through the language, some of the language of that lineage. And the reason for that is because it's that lineage is so rich, again, with an understanding that we must claim these aspects within ourselves, and we must be willing to look directly into the eyes of this darkness that is perpetrating against us at this time. And we must be willing to claim the lightning, the holy fire, the pure radiance of our true nature to burn back the darkness that would perpetrate our body, hearts, and minds with its lies and its viral conditioning. No more. So I hope that you will join me over the next 20 days. So this would be day 1. We're going to close with doing some mantras with green Tara here at the altar, a minute of meditation. But I hope that you will join me again for the next 20 days as we walk through each aspect of Keycode 3, the divine qualities within you that green Tara represents in the Sophia Code. And we're going to activate this together, side by side, heart to heart, wing to wing, hand to hand. This is the time that we gather. This is the time that we dig deep. This is the time that the message of the Sophia Code is going to make sense. This is an international bestseller that has been out for 4 years. And even though 100,000 copies of the Sophia Code are now circulating in the world, we're just getting started. This is just the beginning of the world understanding how huge this message is and how important this transmission is for humanity to remember who it really is as a species, as a Keycode species in the sacred heart of the Holy Mother. We are not enslaved to these agendas. We are sovereign living angels in human form. And we are here to claim our divine birthright for all of those on this planet who believe that they are not free and that they can only be victim to these viral epidemics. And that's simply not true. We're here to speak and embody the truth of who we are. So in Green Tara's chapter 8 of the Sophia Code, on pages 132 to 138, she talks about her mantra, Om Tare Tuttare Turi SOHA, in great detail, like the teachings behind every single Sanskrit syllable in the Green Tara mantra is talked about in her chapter. This is the mala that I designed for a Green Tara practice. You can find this mala on my website, kaira.com. And there's also the pendant that I'm wearing is included in this Green Tara mala. This is the Green Tara Sky Dancer medallion. And it's very, very powerful. It has the double Vajra on there, which is this symbol. This symbol is the completion of all actions on the earth plane. And it also represents the highest and purest vehicle to attune your mind at these times to the truth of your immaculate sovereign divinity. So this is a very important symbol along with the Ankh, the equilateral cross. It's important to understand that these symbols are here to help us clear our minds. So let's just take a moment together to chant this mantra that's going to help clear our minds of anxiety and fear and help us integrate this first aspect of Keycode 3 within us. Again, for those of you who are just joining us live now, this incense is burning on behalf on behalf of you and on behalf of humanity. I was sharing earlier that Tibetan Buddhist incense is medicine for the soul and for the emotional body. So I'm sending that healing energy out to you along with green Tara. And let's just take a moment to invoke green Tara. And come into a space of meditation with green Tara in the order of dakinis, welcoming the 21 aspects of green Tara, the 21 emanations of green Tara, the entire order of dakinis, including Vajra Yogini. And if you'd like to say this mantra with me out loud, you're welcome to. This mala has 108 beads, which is one sacred round of saying this mantra. Every time you do 108 times of this mantra, it's going to integrate within you these divine qualities of green Tara that exist within you. They're going to integrate within every cell of your body every single time. This Vajra represents the lightning bolt of divine feminine Christ consciousness. It represents the lightning of green Tara's consciousness merging with your own at this time, to, as we chant these mantras, assisting to clear any anxieties or fears or worries that may be really heavy on your heart today. We just invite you, as we chant this mantra together, to allow green Tara to minister to you, to your body, heart, and mind, just to feel her emerald rays of healing energy surrounding you, as well as her order of dakinis surrounding you with their empowerments, surrounding you in protection and grace, they're saying. Okay, let's begin. TARE, TUTTARE, TURE, SOHA. 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 Om Tare Tutare Tore 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 Soha. So no shaking up say. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing in the background. They just all started singing. Let's take this moment to spend 1 minute in silent meditation together. Meditating upon that first aspect of Keycode 3 within you. You are the swift one of heroic glory, leading yourself and others back to the salvation of their own innocence, back to the salvation of your own innocence. Please know that myself and our beautiful team, angel team of the Sophia Dragon Tribe, and of course all of the Ascended Masters of the Sophia Dragon Tribe, we are with you. at this time. We are praying for you. We are meditating with you. And we are so grateful for your strength and your courage to be the radiant light of your sovereign divinity in such challenging times. I look forward to coming back into this space of ceremony, the 21 days of green Tara with you tomorrow. All my love to you. Namaste.